So in my previous video, y'all flamed me in the comments, y'all crucified me about my intro. And there was a specific comment, and I'm gonna put this comment on the screen so y'all can read this comment. So if you type this comment, or you like this comment, or you responded to this comment, I just wanted to say, fuck you. Now, with all due respect, I appreciate the feedback that y'all left on the video, because when y'all leave feedback, it lets me know what y'all like and what y'all prefer me not to do throughout my videos and my editing. So I just want to say I really do appreciate y'all for that. But as y'all can see, we're going to talk about a topic that I wanted to talk about for the longest, and it's broke people have more style than people with money, or broke people tend to have more style than people with money. Now, throughout fashion in your day-to-day life, we all know you need something called money. You need currency, because it sucks to be broke. And I understand what it means to be broken. When you're broke, you can't do anything. But when it comes to fashion and being broke, I just wanted to let y'all know style has nothing to do with money. Just because you have money doesn't mean you have style, doesn't mean you know how to put together a nice outfit. So that's what we're gonna go over in today's video. When we're talking about broke people tend to have more style than people with money, the first thing I want to talk about is creativity. Creativity is something big throughout fashion, personal style, finding your personal expression. A lot of things make up creativity when we're talking about fashion. Now, when we're talking about broke people tend to have more style than people with money, and we're talking about creativity, I say creativity because somebody who is broke is going to have to really know how to be creative when it comes to creating outfits and creating things around the things that they already have, because they do not have money to go out there to buy more clothes. So they're probably gonna have to outfit repeat and wear the same clothes over and over again. And there's nothing wrong with wearing the same clothes over and over again, but how you can spice it up is don't exactly wear the clothes the same way you wore these clothes last time. Every time you put together an outfit with the same clothes that you just previously worn, you want to change something throughout this outfit. You want to spice this outfit up a little bit more than you did last time. Whether it's you upcycled something that you wore last time, you tailored something, you just changed something throughout the clothes that you are wearing to make your outfit look a little bit different. People are not going to catch on that you are wearing the same clothes over and over again. They may see something creative that you did throughout your outfit every single time, and they may compliment you just off of you upcycling or you doing something differently than you did the previous time. So that's where diving into your creativity comes from, when somebody being broke over somebody that already has money. Somebody with money is typically gonna wear something, and they're probably only gonna wear it one time, and they're gonna go splurge money on more clothing, and they're gonna throw those clothes to the side and not really put those clothes to use. And then another thing that somebody that's broke has to do, somebody that's broke may have to go thrift, while somebody that's not broke is somebody that has their own bag, can probably just go online and buy Balenciaga, Off-White, etc. Y'all know how it goes. Somebody with that type of bag is going to be buying the more expensive clothing, and they're not really going to be experimenting throughout their clothes, far as somebody that is more or less likely, and somebody that is broke is going to have to go thrifting. They're going to have to upcycle. They're going to have to outfit repeat and wear the same clothes over and over again, because they only can use what they have and what they know. Now, some of y'all may be caught off guard with this topic, because some of y'all might think if you have money, it makes it a lot easier for you to go out there and experiment with different clothing and different outfits. And I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm gonna be the one to tell you that is obviously true, because you have the money to buy the specific clothing piece. But like I said, when it comes to fashion, you can use money to buy the clothing, but you can't use money to style the clothes. The style comes from within. You have to know how you want to style it, and you have to know that this clothing item fits with your personal style, your body type, and how you go by your day-to-day life. Because it's easy. You can have the money and you can go buy the piece, but just because you have the money and go buy the piece does not mean you know how to put together a cool combinated outfit, or does not mean you know how to style different outfits out of that clothing item. That's why I'm saying creativity. Somebody who is less likely, or somebody who's broke, is going to be more creative when it comes to styling outfits, because they're going to cherish their clothes a lot more than somebody that has money, because when you have money, you can buy what you want. When you don't have money, you got to use what you have and use what you know. So you're going to use the same items over and over again. You're just going to be doing a lot of different things with them. And thrifting is one of my favorite things to actually do. I love going thrifting. Thrifting's therapeutic, and thrifting just helps me learn a lot more about myself and a lot more about different clothing fabrics and a lot of different things about clothing and styling outfits. So me personally, I love to thrift. I don't care how much money I get. I'm still gonna hit up the local thrift stores, and I'm still just gonna go thrifting wherever I can, because I just love thrifting. And I feel like thrifting was a big point in my fashion journey of where I am today. Now, I don't have my style 100% just yet, but I do enjoy what stage I am in my style journey right now throughout my fashion journey. So I'm gonna always thrift. It doesn't matter how much money I have in my bank account, I'm gonna always go to the thrift. I ain't never gonna overlook somebody that goes thrifting, because I feel like thrifting takes a lot more time than me just going to the mall or me just going online and finding things that I actually like. But like I said, bro, somebody who is broke is gonna tend to have more style than somebody with money, because they're gonna have to go through a lot of trial and tribulations, and they're gonna have to be doing a lot of different things than somebody with money doesn't have to do. And they're gonna be wearing the same clothes over again. They're just gonna be enjoying their whole style journey throughout the fashion scene. So that's the first thing that I honestly wanted to talk about in today's video. It's gonna be creativity. All right, so the next thing that I want to go over in the video, when we're talking about broke people tend to have more style than somebody with money, is going to be broke people's clothes last longer. Now, in my previous tip, I said something like how somebody with money may buy a clothing item and only wear it one time, far as somebody who is broke may buy a clothing item and wear it multiple times. That's where clothes last longer comes from. And with your clothes being able to last longer, it makes it easier for you to develop a personal style. Because if you're out here just buying clothes, only wearing it one time, how are you developing love for fashion? How are you developing love for that clothing item? And how are you developing ways to style this clothing item if you're only gonna wear this item one time before you go back and splurge money on more clothing? Well, somebody that's broke, like I said, they're gonna use what they know and what they have. So them not being able to have a full wardrobe of clothing, they're gonna have a smaller wardrobe of garments, and they're just gonna have to find ways to love every single garment, find ways to implement every single garment throughout their style on a day-to-day basis until they can start getting money to implement and bring more clothes to revolve those clothes around their style. They're going to be using these clothes over and over again, and their clothes are going to be lasting longer. They may still be wearing something that they bought a year ago. They just know how to implement it in their style. They know how to style it a lot of cool different ways, and they just found different ways to really revolve that piece around your style. That's why I feel like I like being in more of the broke class when it comes to fashion. I'm not saying I like being broke. I'm just saying I like the trial and tribulations that you have to go through when you're broke, far as me just getting money and me just thinking I can jump into fashion because I have money. Because a lot of y'all favorite artists and rappers do this a lot, and a lot of y'all favorite content creators do this a lot as well. A lot of them are not into fashion when they don't have any money. When they don't have money, they really don't too much care about the clothes that they are wearing. But then when they get on and they get up on whatever they did, they start to get money. They start to get access to funds. They start just buying into a lot of expensive things such as Balenciaga, Off-White, all these expensive brands. They're buying into these brands thinking just because it's a name brand that means that they know how to dress. And I'm here to tell y'all, you're wrong. You skipped the whole process of being broke and you jumped into fashion because you got money, and now because you got a bag and you got money and you can go out there and buy whatever you want, you think that equals your style. When you haven't experimented with anything throughout fashion, you haven't experimented with the clothes, and you don't know how to implement these clothes throughout your style. So that's why I'm saying, bro, when it comes to being broke, bro, you're obviously gonna have a lot more time to really develop that style, develop your character, and develop who you are as a person, because your clothes that you came in the game with is lasting longer than these people that are just jumping into fashion because they have money and they're going from store to store splurging money on clothes they are not wearing, and they have a full wardrobe of clothes full wardrobe of garments that they're not wearing, or full wardrobe of garments that they're only wearing one time. And this is where your closet gets decluttered, and this is where you feel like you have a lot of clothes but you honestly don't have anything to wear. So you do not want to be in that phase. So that's why I'm saying, if you get into fashion throughout your broke phase, I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna learn a lot more about yourself, you're gonna learn a lot more about clothing, and you're gonna learn to consume the clothes that you're honestly wearing, and you are not gonna impulsively buy a lot of clothing items just because it has a name brand on it. So like I said, bro, when you're broke, your clothes are gonna tend to last longer. And why I say they're gonna last longer is because you're gonna put more love into your clothes. You're gonna cherish these clothes a lot more than somebody with money. Somebody with money is not gonna cherish a clothing piece as much as you, because you may not have enough money to go get anything else. So that's pretty much all you have. So you're gonna have to cherish what you have until you can gain more and put more behind what you're already cherishing. So like I said, when you are broke, you tend to have more style than somebody that has money. Your clothes are gonna last a lot longer. You're gonna have a lot more fun with fashion. You're gonna start to understand the aspects of clothing a lot more than somebody that just jumps into fashion because they have the money to go out there and purchase these garments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna wrap up today's video. I hope the video entertained y'all. I hope the video informed y'all. And I hope this video helped y'all understand that when you're broke, you're gonna tend to build a style. You're gonna tend to have more style than somebody with money. Now, I'm not saying just because you have money means you do not have style, because there is people out there that have money that do know how to style cool combinated outfits. And I didn't rely that in the video, so I just wanted to let y'all know that so y'all don't get caught off guard. If you got money, I'm not saying you do not have style. I'm just saying money does not buy style. Style comes from within. But yeah, like I said, that indeed is gonna wrap up today's video. I hope the video entertained y'all. I hope the video informed y'all. And I hope this video just helped y'all a lot throughout y'all fashion journey. And I just hope y'all enjoy the new way that I'm starting to go by my content, the new way that we are posting these videos. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Feel free to let me know what type of content y'all would like to see in the comments down below, and I will start knocking those videos out for y'all. And follow me on all my socials. I'm back to posting on all my socials. It's gonna pop up on the screen. Y'all, yeah, go do that, and I'm gonna see y'all in my next video.